came across a drifting ship. I took a look inside. I found a note that someone wrote that said, take her for a ride. I set a course for sights unseen, went out to open sea. To my surprise, a bunch of sailors joined along with me. Now we're sailing on the mystery ship, and all the sailors here are really hip. There isn't any cost of membership. All you gotta do is join our trip. Yeah, I'm the captain of the mystery ship, and I'm a-calling all aboard this ship. I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy it up on the mystery ship. So bring a friend and come along with us aboard the mystery ship.
How can I help you?
I'd like a breast.
Well, good evening, sailors. I see a last few of you rowing out in the dories, trying to make it to Duska's ladder, rope ladder on the side of the ship. How are you doing out there? It is good to see you this Sunday night. It is your friend Zoso Dude. Zoso Dude. Holy smokes, the beer men are here. The beer men are here with 59 freaking people. That is extraordinary. Extraordinary. Thank you, boys. Thank you kindly. Let me knock those seagulls down just a wee bit. They seem to be a bit cantankerous this evening. Just a whisper of waves to let you know that you're kind of on a boat somewhere. I hope you can still hear the bell in the harbor. You are aboard the mystery ship. My name is Zoso Dude. Is this December 1st? Are we there? Do we make it? Is it? It is. It is December 1st, 2024. Anno Domini, year of our Lord. I have the hardest damn time with that whole BCE, CE. Why can't they just leave shit the way it was, okay? BC, AD. Apparently, BCE is the new BC. Before the Common Era. It is a secular way of saying it. Whereas, most of us alive probably still remember BC and AD. So when I see something like CE, which is current era, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Can't they just say AD like the rest of us? Man, oh man. That kind of stuff just gets in my craw. I'm telling you, I need to take a quick peek around the horn. Make sure I'm live everywhere I'm supposed to be live. Holy smokes, we are live over at Pilled Foxhole, and there's no shortage of persons. Belush, my brother, how are you doing? Good to see you. Smitten Kitten, MAGA Country Dad, Shepherding Shepherd, Girl Patriot, Quintessence. Nice to see you. Spazman, the Spazman in the house. Good to see you. Filter Dog, Awakened Mom, Mr. Zoe, Elfspark, Mighty Patriot, Crack That Whip, Anon AF Anon, Anon Air Force Anon. I've got to figure that one out. Father Larry's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Neo, what's up, little girl? I hear you're freezing your little hiney off up there in the negative 20 degrees. Negative 20 degrees for Neo and Better Lately up there. Yowza. I'm going to quit complaining right now. I'm going to quit frickin'. Woo. A boneless chicken is with us. Truth to, I've never seen a boneless chicken. We have 5 or 6 chickens here. We get all of our eggs from our chickens, but I've never seen a boneless one yet. Truth Teller in the house. Madness Comic Network. Good to have you alone. Roll one now. I'll drink to that. Yes, I will. Raising Cane, Russian bot, MT80. MT80. I've emptied 80 or so in my day. Tracy PCB. Thank you for your little note there at Thanksgiving. It was wonderful to hear from you. My brother EO2 Dave in the house. Great to have all of these fine people. Drunk Pinata? Holy smokes. F and Super Trucker. Ben Q Lurkin. Teutonic Salt. Tony Cole. Rabbit Hole. The Whole Rabbit. Info Lizard. A whole bunch of great people. Ghost Pepper. Man, oh man, I feel honored. I feel honored to see all of those people in the house. Let's pop on over. I want to take a quick peek over at Rumble, where we are rumbling. We are rumbling, and that is a beautiful thing. Perfect. And then over here, there's a little place called YouTube, and I'm seeing my dear brother, Abe Sinclair, who says he's not here, but he's really here. Good to see you, brother. I bitch slap Satan. My sister Erica up there in Maine, she's got to be freezing. Remember the other day I was talking about the belts going across the country? Up there in Maine was like where it was listed as purple. In other words, the coldest part of the country. I hope you are. I hope you're in a down parka, honey. Norma Williams, good to see you. Always, always, my friend. Checking out the fine peeps over at D Live, and believe me, there's no shortage of them over there. Oh, yes. Bad Zoot in the house. How are you doing, Kate? Good to see you. Val Kimber is with us. Syllabor is in the house. Spudley is, of course, with us. Dandy 002 checking in. Holy smokes, we got some great sailors hanging out here tonight. Jayla 17 is with us. Man, oh man, oh man. It's looking like a good night aboard the mystery ship. Lynn Winters came in sporting some ice cream. You know, that's one thing about me. If I have an Achilles heel, it's, my God, it's my freaking ice cream. And Mrs. Zoe's sister just brought home like 4 giant things of hot fudge. And that is the devil himself. It's the devil himself. Let's see. Joe Chimungum. Always a pleasure to have you here. D-Dowd in the house. He goes, what program is this? This is the mystery ship, I promise you. LT Cooker in the house. Ekane. John Rogers. Holy smokes, this is nothing short of phenomenal, folks. I feel honored to have all of the sailors here aboard the mystery ship this evening. Thank you for piling on in. We are going to have an interesting little sail tonight, people. Yes, we are. I'm going to pick up where I left off the other night. I broadcast live last Wednesday night with my dear brother, the Texan. And although he and I, before the show, had all kinds of stuff lined up and all kinds of neat things to say and work out with one another, broadcasting, being what it is, especially for a novice like me with only 4 years experience, I might know how to get the thing up and running, but I don't know how to take it for a drive. This fancy ass computer of mine and all of the stuff that I have here it's just way over my head, people. And I'll be the first to tell you. I will be the first to tell you. But when it comes to things like health, okay? That's a fairly important topic to me. The older I get, the more I realize just how important your health really is. Now, I come from a family of big barrel-chested Italians. And on the other half, I come from a bunch of freckled, white-skinned British types, okay? My mom and my dad were the first two to marry out of their nationality. My parents' family had nothing but Italians marrying Italians, and my mother's side had nothing but the British marrying British. But back in the 50s, when my mom and dad met, my 100% Italian dad married my 100% British mom, and so here I am, a mutt, 50-50, 50% Brit, 50% Italian, and I feel a little bit of both of them. My hair and skin kind of leans towards my mom's side, whereas my brother and sister got the olive skin and the dark, they can go out in the sun for 5 minutes and both of them look like an ad for, bain de soleil. Whereas me, I turn into a lobster and I peel in sheets and I'm done for the day. And I walk around like, but I'm learning. I'm learning more about the sun, people. And it is a fascinating topic. There's so much to learn, so much to know. I was so disappointed last Wednesday when I played that video for you. First of all, it was the size of a pea grain. Okay, it was ridiculous. Now I'm not going to put you through it again, even though I can play it full sized tonight. I'm not going to do that to you. But we might touch upon it one more time. But there's some really, really interesting things I have come across in the last few days, and I love sharing this stuff with you because I'm telling you, health is so important, and I'm always looking out for your health. I really am. I'm always looking out for your health. And to prove it to you, I've got a little video for you. Just to prove that your brother Zoe is always, always looking out for your health.
How can I help you?
I'd like a breast enlargement.
Okay. And what size were you thinking of?
34 double D?
It's quite large.
Yeah, it's for my husband, really. How much will that cost?
Around £3,000.
Right, and that's for both?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How much for just one?
Sorry?
How much for just one?
Just one?
Yeah, just the left one. How much for that?
What about the other one?
Well, you can leave that as it is. I just want the left one done. Can you do that?
Well, we can, but it's going to look a little strange.
Well, I've discussed it with my husband, and that's what we want.
Are you sure?
Oh, for goodness sake, you can ask him yourself. Jim!
This way. How can I help you?
I'd like a breast enlargement.
Okay. And what size were you thinking of?
So, you see, I'm always looking out for your health. I really am. It's the little things. I joked when 30 years ago my ex-wife went in to get her boob job. And I joked with the doctor, and I said, hey, dude, can we just try one to see if we like it? Anyway. Yes. So, just know that. Know that about your brother Zoe. I am always looking out for things that could make us potentially feel better. It's important. The older I get, man, the more important it is to me. The older I get, the more important it is to me. It is to me. My my father's side of the family, folks, they don't live very long. They don't. My mother's side, my mother just celebrated Tuesday. Tuesday was my mother's 89th birthday. She is fit as a fiddle. She walks 2 miles every day. The woman still gets in her car and is not afraid to drive 500 miles up to wherever. In fact, she and her sister are driving up to the Carolinas this weekend to meet an old cousin of mine. I mean, the woman's, she's fearless. My mother was driving in the black ice 5, 6 years ago in her Lincoln. I think she had an Aviator, and hit some black ice, lost control. There was 2 lanes going this way and 2 lanes going that way. And she went down into the middle, which was a bunch of trees and everything. And a tree branch came through her windshield, breaking her windshield. My mother got out of the car and, with the tire iron, broke out the rest of the windshield, threw all the glass out, put on a coat, and drove another 300 miles home with no windshield. She says, well, now you know where I get it from, okay? That's all I can tell you. Now you know where I freaking get it from. Anyway, we're going to discuss some really, really interesting stuff. I'm very, very glad that you're here. We'll be back on the other side of this little note. Now, let me kill the harbor. We do not need that anymore. Completely quiet, silent, silence. Okay, we'll be back on the other side of this little video right here. This is your chance. Take dog Holio outside. Go fill up your drink. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill up my drink. You've got 3 minutes to get your hiney right back here. Or just sit and enjoy every minute of this video, because that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
My fellow citizens, our country is in danger, but not to be despaired of. On you depend the fortunes of America. We, the Americans of today, are ready to act worthy of ourselves, ready to do what must be done to ensure happiness and liberty for ourselves, our children, and our children's children. We are a nation under God, and I believe God intended for us to be free. The crisis we're facing today, it does require, however, our best effort and our willingness to believe in ourselves and to believe in our capacity to perform great deeds, to believe that together, with God's help, we can and will resolve the problems which now confront us. And after all, why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
Yes, we are, baby. Yes, we are. Red, white, and blue right down to my shoes, right down to my boots. Enough of that already. Enough of that. How are you doing out there? I hope I hope you guys got a giggle about that. I hope you got a giggle about doing just one boob. I came across that and it just made me chuckle. So last Wednesday, as I shared with you, I found a video, and it was, I mean, it was a little long, 15 minutes or so, and I played it for you. Sadly, due to running it through my StreamYard, it only appeared the size of a small postage stamp on the page, and I greatly apologize for that. But the information in that video was very valuable, and I don't know what you recall from it, but I'm going to refresh your memory just a wee bit. Now, first, let me just give a little background on this guy, okay? Let me go back. I want to go back to the work monitor for just a minute. Just a minute. So this is the doctor who gave the talk, okay? This is the doctor who gave the talk. There he is. His name is Dr. Jack Cruz. He is a neurosurgeon, okay? He has done brain surgeries, and the only reason I'm scrolling this for you is I want you to see just how many podcasts he has been on, how much information he has shared, okay? And I want you to see what side he is on, because there's a couple of, look, he's had a banned TED Talk, right? A banned TED Talk, that can't be bad. That can't be bad. The guy, oh my God, he's wearing a red hat. He's wearing a red, what does that mean? Holy smokes. Anyway, there are no shortage of videos with this man, okay? And again, my deepest apologies for that video not really working the other day the way I intended it. It was really kind of a bummer. Whoa, was that the one? Can you see right here? Can you see this video? You see how he is sitting in the sun as he's doing a podcast with this woman over here, okay? The guy means what he says. When one of the last things that he said in that video was he was going to give each of us advice, and the advice was free for nothing. Free for nothing. He encouraged being out in the sunshine and letting the sun's natural red rays enter your eyes in the early part of the morning. Now, I saw, and I wanted to touch upon this. This is what I was going to touch upon when the Texan and I were so rudely interrupted by the fact that my audio didn't come back. But a couple of 3 years ago, I saw one of the most interesting videos I had ever seen, and it was regarding sun gazing. Sun gazing. All right. Now, if you look up sun gazing on YouTube, you're going to get the usual garbage. Okay. There's so much. I mean, unless you want to learn how to replace the tire on the back of a tractor, there's a lot of garbage on YouTube. There really is. And I've woven through myriads of it. And I went looking for the video. I went back looking for the video about sun gazing, because the guy who presented, of course, the video is gone, long since scrubbed. I'm sure that YouTube yanked it, saying that it was medical misinformation. Okay? And that gentleman right there with his stance on the, remember the recent health crisis of 2020, 2021? Okay, he made his stance known on that, and he had a whole bunch of videos taken down. So I tend to kind of like this guy so far, Dr. Jack Kruse, Kruse. If you care to look him up, very, very interesting dude. Not a flake. Okay, not some kind of fly by night. This is a real life neurosurgeon. The real deal. The real deal. Purple Pixie, how you doing? Good to see you. Anyway, I invite you to do some further, dig into this guy. He's got a lot of great information, but the thing that he left us with was the importance of getting sunlight, morning sunlight, into your eyes, because he gave us the whole medical rundown. But vitamin D, sunlight, and there's arguments about it, and I'll share it with you right here. I'll share it with you right here. Let me give you my take on it right here. Not my take. I'm just reading from something I found online. Vitamin D can be obtained by diet, direct sunlight, or supplementation. The most common form is synthesized in the skin after exposure to ultraviolet B radiation. That is the sun, good old raw. Nevertheless, the thought is that vitamin D is more of a multifunctional hormone or prohormone, okay? Not like vitamin B, B12, vitamin C that you can go down to, the local pill store and buy in bulk, caplets. I'm not saying those aren't good for you. Any kind of supplements can't be bad, considering all the crap that we are exposed to in our daily life. But he said, one of the last things that Dr. Jack Kruse said in that video was that sunlight, when it enters your eye, it is turned into hormones that are so healthy for you, so freaking healthy for you. It builds up your body's natural hormones, and it stimulates your pituitary gland. All right? For a little refresher for you guys, the pituitary gland is a small, pea-sized organ located in the skull, below the brain, behind the nose and the sinuses, right in there, right behind the eyes, okay? It's often called the master gland because it produces and releases hormones that control many of the body's functions, including, and I want you to listen carefully to this, okay? Growth and development. The pituitary gland controls growth and development. Your metabolism. The pituitary gland controls how the body transforms and manages energy from food. Reproduction. The pituitary gland controls reproduction, including the production of eggs and sperm. Get out there in that sunlight, you people. I'm telling you. Stress response. The pituitary gland controls how the body responds to stress or trauma. Lactation. Any of you ladies with babies, or you know people who have had children lately, the pituitary gland controls breast milk production after pregnancy. Water and salt balance. The pituitary gland produces oxytocin, which stimulates uterine contractions during childbirth. Excuse me, I read the wrong thing. The pituitary gland controls the balance of water and salt in the body. But labor and childbirth, the pituitary gland produces oxytocin, which stimulates uterine contractions during childbirth. And other glands. The pituitary gland controls the release of hormones. The release of hormones from other glands, such as the thyroid, the adrenals, and the reproductive glands. Some hormones produced by the pituitary gland, I can't even begin to pronounce some of these, okay? But, yeah, I'm not even going to. ACTH stimulates the adrenal gland to produce cortisol, which helps the body respond to stress. ADH regulates water balance in the body. Growth hormone, human growth hormone, regulates your growth. Luteinizing, LH, stimulates the release of estrogen in women and testosterone in men. Prolactin stimulates breast milk production after pregnancy, and thyroid-stimulating hormone, TSH, stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormone, which regulates metabolism and temperature. So why have I been looking into this? Because as I mentioned to you guys, I think at the beginning of the last podcast, is man, I have been having a devil of the time staying asleep. And, you know, I've been a researcher now for 20, 25 years, so I'm not afraid to dig around and try to solve my own problems, because certainly I'm not the only guy who's had problems sleeping. And it is a horrible cycle. I come home from work just absolutely, by the time I get home, 5:30, 6 o'clock, I can barely keep my eyes open. I try to stay awake while Mrs. O makes some dinner, and then I hit my pillow like at 6:30, and I'm out. I am out like a freaking light. 6:30 at night. And if I'm lucky, I'll get like 3, 4, maybe 5 hours of uninterrupted sleep. And it's simply because my body can't take anymore. That's how overtired I am. And then somewhere around 10:30, 11:30, 12:30 a.m., I wake up again. And there's nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing I can do to get back to sleep again. I toss and I turn and I toss and I turn and I roll, and I have tried everything from smoking pot to all kinds of stuff. And the biggest problem I have is when you can't sleep, what do? You get on your stupid phone. You get on your stupid phone. Now, one of the things that Dr. Jack Kruse really, really talked about was the negative effects of blue light on your body, okay? Blue light is, he said, flat out, blue light turns you into a couch potato, okay? It does. Blue light is the worst freaking thing that you can do for us. And the reason that the Texan and I brought up the thing about light bulbs, it pissed me off so much I couldn't respond because my microphone had gone out. But the reason we brought up light bulbs is the Bush administration and the Obama administration reinvented the light bulb, right? They went with all these mercury-filled lights, and they just did away with the nice reddish-yellow incandescent light bulbs that we grew up with. And they turned everything into those. You've seen those light bulbs that they look like a corkscrew? They look like a corkscrew. It's just like a tube, a glass tube twisted into a corkscrew in lieu of the good old-fashioned bulb. The next time you're in a room with one of those light bulbs, I want you to turn off every other light in the house and leave that light on. Then I want you to go over to that lamp and turn it off last. And when you turn that lamp off, you will notice that fucking bulb sits and glows for about 4 minutes. Glows. Blue light. Okay? Now, I'm not suggesting who am I? I'm just a guy who can't sleep at night, okay? But I'm not suggesting that light bulbs were changed to make us less healthy. But I'm also not ruling out that that could be a possibility. I don't know. It's the phosphorus, says Cosmic Grandpa. All I know is that shit ain't good for you, Cosmic. It is not good for you. Now, I've done a little research since I saw you last, and I want to show you something. I went into my phone's settings. Let me turn this down for you. Okay. I went into my phone's settings, and these are my phone settings. Now, you can see the blue light in my phone, okay? I went to, this is the regular screen on my phone. See how blue it is? This is what is so freaking bad for you, especially if you can't sleep at night. And the worst thing you can do in the middle of the night when you can't sleep is whip out your freaking phone and start staring at more blue light. You are screwing yourself. But if you go into the display of your phone, hit display, and then scroll down and it'll say more visual options. You end up with this little character right here. Can you see this? See that little thing down in the corner? Okay, when I touch that, my screen just turned from blue to red. Let me do it back here. Can you see that? That's the blue screen. That's the red screen. It actually has a pink hue to it. There ain't no blue in there, okay? Now, I don't know if that's going to help me, but I'm certainly going to give it a try. I am certainly going to give it a freaking try. You can get to that in your display settings on your phone. Folks, blue light is the enemy. Dr. Krauss said, flat out, blue light makes you fat. If you can eliminate the blue ultraviolet light from your daily diet, that you can eat damn near anything and you won't be fat. If you recall in that video, one of the things that they pointed out was they found cataract victims, okay? And cataracts block all of the light, right? The people can't frickin' see. All they see is a milky white haze anymore. And they showed them removing cataracts from an eye. It was pretty gross. They slit the eye open and pushed that thing out. And one of the doctors followed up with the cataract patients, and found that immediately following having their cataracts removed, that these people lost weight, they slept better, there was all kinds of fantastic health benefits because, once again, they were getting red light into their eyes. Now, Jack Cruz is actually very well known for his red light therapy. I haven't delved into it enough to tell you one way or another. All right? I haven't. But one thing I can tell you is from looking into sun gazing, and I wish to God I could have found that video, but I'll tell you about it. Now, a critical factor to sun gazing is you have to look at it when there is 0% UV rays coming off of the sun, and that is typically first thing in the morning and right at sunset. It works absolutely best if you live in a flat-landed area, which is kind of screwed for me because, unfortunately for me, I am surrounded by mountains. But I know where there are places where I have a flat, unobstructed view of the sun. But is it optimal for me? Not really. Not really. But I'll tell you what I dug into today. Let me share with you what I was able to do a bit of research today. It's pretty amazing. So to quote-unquote sun gaze, there is an app you can get on your phone. And before you start, okay, I'm talking first thing in the morning, sunrise, you can check and see how much UV rays are coming out of the sun. And if it says 0%, you are good. And it's 95% of the time, the first hour that the sun is up, you're not getting any harmful UV rays. You can look right at the sun, but you don't want to do that. Okay, so apparently, the way that you do sun gazing is you stare directly into the sunlight at sunrise. The first day, you do 10 seconds, and you're done. And you add 10 seconds every single day. So day 2, you are staring directly at the sun for 20 seconds. Day 3, 30 seconds. Day 4, 40 seconds. This is at sunrise, people. At sunrise. Some of the people that I watched and did some research on, I would say 9 out of 10 of them. 9 out of 10 of them said it is equally as important that you be barefoot. So wear shorts, be barefoot. You want to ground yourself. You want to ground yourself with good old terra firma, okay? We're not talking concrete. We're talking toes in the grass. Dig your toes down into the muddy dirt, okay? But you continue adding 10 seconds each and every day to your sun gazing first thing in the morning at the dawn until you have reached a total of 44 minutes. That is the maximum amount. That is the maximum amount that you want to go. Now, folks, I am here to tell you that there are people out there who have claimed to have worn glasses for 30 years. And after completing the 44-minute sun gazing, they didn't need to wear glasses anymore. The sun repaired their eyes. Now, here's the thing. You've added 10 seconds every day. Every single day, you've added 10 seconds to your sun gazing. So you can imagine the amount of commitment this takes. I mean, to me, you're going to have to be unemployed to do this, or retired perhaps, because it's quite a commitment. It is quite a commitment to do this. But once you have finally worked your way up to 44 minutes, the next day you go back down. The next day you do 43 minutes and 50 seconds. The following day, 43 minutes and 40 seconds. And you work your way back down to 0, back to the original 10 seconds. And after that time, you do not need to sun gaze anymore. You have done all you can do to boost yourself. Now, is it still good to get a little sun gazing in? I haven't found one sun gazer who says anything about it. And one guy went as far as he went to not an optometrist, but an ophthalmologist. And he had his eyes fully examined to see had he done any damage, because he was flat out telling the doctor, I've been sun gazing. And the doctor looks at him like, are you out of your fucking mind? And the guy says, no, there are certain times of the day where the sun's rays cannot hurt you. The doctor was taken aback, and he didn't know that, but it is true. And anyway, they looked at this guy's eyes, and the guy said, man, your eyes they are just absolutely healthy as they get. Perfect eyes. So who knows? But Mama, that's where the fun is. Mama always told me not to look into the eyes of the sun. But Mama, I hear you, Dandy 002. Look, I'm just telling you guys what I have come across, okay? I'm interested in doing this. I really, truly am interested in doing this for myself. I haven't been able to find a single negative person saying, no, don't do it. On the contrary, there is no shortage of people. Now, some of them are a little different, okay? This sun gazing thing, when you look into it, I mean, everybody's got a take on it, from the Hare Krishnas to the, one guy firmly believes that, and he showed in his video the ancient drawings from the Sumerians and stuff, where they were, Ra was, the Egyptians, Ra was their sun god, and these people worshipped the sun. And it is true. It is true that life as we know it, all life does, it depends on the sun here. I'll tell you firsthand. Thanksgiving Day here was Thursday, was the most beautiful freaking day. Now, we woke up Thanksgiving morning and it was 29 degrees, cloud cover. And I live on some bluffs. I am halfway up a mountain range, overlooking a valley, a flat valley, and then there's mountains on the other side. So I'm halfway up a mountain range on a nice little set of bluffs. And down in the bottom of the valley, the mist, the morning mist, whatever you want to call it, fog, I guess it's fog, it typically burns off before it burns off here in the mountains. I don't know why. It seems to hang longer, but I'm telling you, Thanksgiving Day was overcast until about 1 o'clock in the morning. at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it turned into the most gorgeous, incredible Thanksgiving Day. We were truly giving thanks. It warmed up. I mean, it jumped like 12 degrees instantly. Within an hour, we were 12 degrees warmer than we were because it was 30 something, and the next thing you know, it was like 45, which is good for this time of year. The last couple of days, the sun hasn't been making it through. For instance, today was like my only day off. I got a 4-day weekend. Today was the only day that I really had to screw around for myself. And sitting on my front porch was my replacement, the third freaking radiator for my car. Wait a minute. Is it the third or the fourth? It's the third replacement. And I said to myself, you're going to put that freaking radiator in. So, having worked all over the country at all times of year and all kinds of places, I remember I worked in, do you guys remember years ago in Buffalo, New York? It was around 2004, 2002, somewhere right in there. Al Gore was going to Buffalo to give a talk on global warming, and Buffalo got 11 feet of snow overnight. Well, it just so happens that your brother Zoe happened to be working in Buffalo at that exact same time. Al Gore had to cancel his global warming speech due to 11 feet of snow there in Buffalo. But Al Gore didn't cancel my job. We continued working, and we had to go out and buy those. We had to go out and buy those full jumpsuit, with a thick padded. I mean, you looked like the little kid on the Christmas Story with when he falls down, he can't get up. That's what we looked like. That's exactly what we looked like. Try running a screw gun with, oh man, it was hell. I can't remember how cold it was. It was like 5 degrees outside. It was unbearable, but we had to keep working. So, we got gloves. We got those little shake and bake little things you put in your hands. This is 20, 25, 20, 22, 23 years ago. They didn't have the electric, they got these great battery powered vests now that you can wear. Teeny tiny battery this big, and you stay toasty warm, but we didn't have that back then. We were manly. We got out there and froze our freaking asses off, just like those hardy folks up there in Minnesota and Michigan, and let's throw Wisconsin in there too. Those guys who go ice fishing, manly types. That is a hardy people, let me tell you. That is a hardy group of people who live there. You got to want to live there. I'm sure that everyone who lives in Wisconsin has never been to San Diego in December, or they would frickin' move. They would move in a heartbeat. One weekend at the Hotel del Coronado, and I promise you, they would forget all about Wisconsin. They'd have their cheese shipped in. It's crazy. It is crazy. But I admire them. I freaking admire them. I'm getting way off topic. Where the hell was I? Okay, back to sun gazing and all of this. So I couldn't find the sun gazing video that I wanted. I just simply couldn't find it. But I did come across a very interesting character. And you know what I hate about stuff like this? There's a couple of people who I have found online, and I've watched their videos and such, and they offer one-on-one instruction or guidance. It doesn't matter if they're talking stocks and bonds. It doesn't matter if they're teaching you how to be a day trader, or if they're trying to help you to live a better life, okay? The one thing that they all have in common is if you want them on the phone for 15 minutes or half an hour, they're happy to charge you $100. That kind of stuff, you know, when and the kicker is they have no email address. There's no way to just send them an email and say, "Hey, how would you like to join me on my program? I find your channel fascinating. I would like to get you on my program. I'm broadcasting to 5 different platforms. You could, in the course of one night, you could add another 500 followers to potential followers to whatever it is you're hawking." But no, it would cost me $100 to just make contact with you. One guy wanted 100, another guy wants 200. $200 just to answer the damn phone, just to give me a phone call. Yeah, I find that irritating, because some of these people have put the time in. They really have put the time in. They know these people know what they're doing. They have something to share, and it's irritating that I can't get them on my program for a little 45-minute chat to share what it is they're hawking. This one guy I came across today, really an interesting guy, and no bull. He posts his results for everyone to see. Dates, photographs, and this guy he's a little different. He thinks a little differently than you and me. But hey, I mean, thinking outside the box to me is that's the key to life. I mean, I think very, very differently than I did 20 years ago, okay? When I was a closed-minded son of a gun. I'm now pretty open-minded. So who am I to say that this guy's a kook or a quack? Or, I mean, surely the photos of him are showing results. This lithe, skinny kind of dude, a mere 3 years later, is defined. He has got absolute beautiful definition, and he is not a weightlifter. This guy is not a weightlifter. He has also tapped in. This is 100% holistically by adjusting his diet, walking away from junk foods, absolutely not touching any kind of processed food. This guy swears it off like it is the devil himself. One of the other things he's a big proponent on is fresh water. And he said, by pure clean water, I'm not talking about Dasani. He said, if it comes in a plastic bottle, you're doing it wrong. I'm very, very fortunate in that aspect. We have a really, really good well, and on top of it, we've got dual filtration on top of it. Our water that comes right out of the ground here via our well pump is it's really quite delicious. And we've had it tested, and it is full of minerals and all that. There is absolutely nobody putting any fluoride. There ain't no fluoride in the water we're drinking around here. So that is one of the biggest things that he said. Pure water is. This guy, what, at 30 years old, grew another 3 inches and he is still growing. He's got a bunch of exercises. He's got a regimen that he believes in, which is a combination of doing sprints, believe it or not, sprinting as for 30 seconds as fast as you can freaking go. He's got a whole regimen that he follows to develop his natural HGH, human growth hormone. I don't know what you guys know about HGH, but I know a bunch of older guys my age who are taking, at least I know a couple guys who are taking that stuff, HGH. It's extremely expensive. It's like $400 a month to take it. But it's supposed to return you to the growth that you were experiencing in your 20s. And that's across the board health, okay? Every way you can conceivably want to be healthier. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll let you run with that. Anyway, I'm going to try to reach out to these guys, even if it costs me the damn $100. I want to get one of these guys on the show because this is fascinating to me. How you've got multiple parties saying a neurosurgeon, a guru, a Hare Krishna type. Okay, all these different. I mean, these three people are as far. They couldn't be on more opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay, but the one thing they all seem to agree on is getting sunlight because of early morning sunlight, because of the hormones that your eyes produce that go deeper into your brain and pokes your pituitary, it's pretty fascinating shit, really. Pretty fascinating shit. Okay, I'm going to play a little video, and then we come back. I'm going to open the phones because I'm interested if anybody has ever done any kind of sun gazing or has ever looked into it. We will find out from you on the other side. We'll find out from you on the other side of this little video right here. Yes. All right, let me get this hooked up. Let me go back here. Let me mess with this. We want a little do a yabba dabba do right here. One of these. One of those. It better work. Man, I hope that's the number. Hang on a second. I think it's the number. I'm pretty sure that's the number. Does anybody know? Is that the number? Let's see if I ring my own phone. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So the phone does work, and it is working. Let me make sure I have that turned up in case somebody calls. So, sun gazing, folks. This is one of the things that I hope to talk with to John Tesh about when he comes on my program. I'm going to wait until he's done with Frank. I'm not going to steal any of Frank's thunder. Frank is really excited about getting John on the program, but John has been looking into health, and he's got a show called Intelligence for Your Life that has been popular now for, I guess, going on 10 years. I think the guy probably knows what the hell he's talking about, or may have an opinion anyway. Welcome aboard the mystery ship. Who do we have on the line this evening? For some reason, bear with me for a second. Hang on a second. I'm not getting you on the air. Hold on. Can you hear me? Okay. I hear you on the phone. For some reason, it's not coming in my. Give me a half a second here. I need to just trace a wire. Give me 1/2 second. 1/2 second. I think I moved something. Try that again, my dear.
Okay.
Oh,
now
right, I got you now. I had moved.
Okay.
I had moved some wires around, and I got you good as it gets right now. This is Lynn Winters, is it not?
It is.
How you doing, kiddo?
Or Goddess of the Divine, or Safety Net 820, or Black Stallion, or depending on what platform you're on. You know why? Every time that I tried to get on pills before the mats helped me.
Yeah.
Which, if it wasn't for the mats, I wouldn't be on pills.
Oh.
Every time I got on there, they forgot what my password was, and told me that I forgot what my password was, and I hadn't forgot what my password was. But every time I had to build a new password, I ended up having to have a new screen name because, oh, no, that email address is already being used by somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, duh, me.
That happened.
Okay.
That happened to Mrs.
So I have a whole bunch of platform screen names or whatever. And unfortunately, because again, you're sharing about a topic that I know something about.
Well, good.
On the phone, but I haven't been the dedicated.
Sun gazer that
whatever.
You wish you were?
Years ago, I'm going to say like 6 or 7 years ago, I was following a lot of different spiritual channels on Facebook, I think mostly.
Okay.
And they had YouTube videos and all kinds of podcasts and everything about sun gazing particularly. Several of the people on my Facebook list are all about sun gazing. And we would do it. And we would share with each other what we saw or what our experience was. I never was the dedicated a student of how you're supposed to do it. So
Right.
I can guarantee that if you did it the way that you're supposed to do it, it's the most magnificent thing you possibly could do for your health and for your spirituality, actually.
That-
I couldn't get to the point where I would do it at the right time of day. I was too impatient, or I didn't have enough time because I had to go to work or whatever. So I would just do it. And I would do it. I wouldn't do it for the amount of time it was supposed to. I would do it for too long. I would do it the wrong time of day or whatever.
Right.
But my experience was I saw things, faces mostly. I would see faces of mostly men, and it would be after I had been sun gazing for a while, and then I would close my eyes.
Okay.
And I would, while I had my eyes closed, and then after I opened them, I would see the faces, mostly of men. They all had beards and long hair. They were all different men. I assumed that it was the ancients or my elders or my whatever
Interesting.
visiting me during that experience, because it's a very spiritual experience, because it is in fact enabling your enlivening your pineal gland.
Yes, your
Which
pineal.
is
Right.
the reason why you started in the first place.
Correct.
Anyway, but that's all I have to say about it, is that I'm so glad that you're talking about topics like this, because they are very, very healing, very, very important.
Well,
I did a long time ago.
while you brought that up, a couple of the people that I in researching this today, a couple of the people said very much like you, the spiritual healing, and one of the guys said just out and out cleansing that he
Yes.
received from the
Yes.
sun's rays every day helped him
Yes.
with clarity of thinking.
Yes.
It helped him with patience. He said, my
Patience,
patience has been, calmness
peace.
has been restored. He goes, I have an inner peace that I have never had ever in my life. And
Right.
one of the sites I went to, the guy posted videos of all of the people that he has helped. And every one of these people echoed this guy's sentiments, saying that they have
Yes.
a renewed vigor for life, that they said, look, I didn't change. I didn't start exercising. All I'm doing is looking at the freaking sun, and this has changed
Yeah.
my life, you know?
Imagine back in the day, they were worshiping the sun.
Yes.
And there are people, in fact, from all of these podcasts that I had been listening to back then. There is, I don't know if there's more than one, but there's at least one guy who's rather old that all he eats is sun. He doesn't eat water. He doesn't eat food. He eats sunlight.
That's
That's
wow.
That's his nourishment.
Wow.
I don't remember his name, and like I said, I only know of one guy. But anyway,
Wow.
You renewed my interest in going back and finding those people that I was involved with to start studying this again myself.
Awesome.
But while I have you on the phone, can you say again where the thing is on your phone where you push it and you go from
Yes.
blue light to red light?
Yes, I will walk you through it. When you and I hang up, I will walk you through it on my other phone, because I
Okay.
haven't done it on that phone yet.
Okay.
Before this program is over, I will walk you through it, and I'll show everybody how to do it.
Okay, so back in the day when everybody was worshiping the sun,
Yes.
and all the other things that we were doing, so that they took away from us, because
they did.
it would have kept us healthy, of course, and a right mind, so that we could fight them against the things that they've been doing to us for thousands of years. The word Amen
Yes.
was Amen Ra.
Amen Ra. Yes.
Amen Ra. So I've like talked myself out of saying Amen for years, because I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm saying the right thing. Am I saying what does Amen really mean? Am I worshiping the sun gods or whatever? Well, guess what? What's wrong with worshiping the sun gods? How do we know that that the Bible, which has been so disrupted, how do we know that the sun wasn't S-U-N instead of S-O-N?
Wait.
And it was the coming of the S-U-N.
God
And when
created
you
the
study
sun as
that
the
out,
first.
that's pretty much what it is, because I can tell you who did not invent religion was not God. God did not. And Jesus is not a Christian. Just saying.
Let there be light, and it was good, sister. Hey,
Yes.
always great to talk to you, my dear. Always.
Okay, now I'll hang up and let somebody else talk.
Thanks for your call.
Okay, bye.
All right. All right. Very cool. So she has done it. She has done it. Folks, I apologize. I only have one line. And anyway, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Welcome. Well, there we go. There we go. One of the guys that I was watching, researching, looking at his channel, this dude sunbathes every day. He uses absolutely zero sunscreen. He swears against it, says it's filled with poisons. It actually disrupts all the health that you can get from the sun. Obviously, depending on your, the pigment of your skin. If you're a white boy like me with freckles, well, you ought to know enough not to go get out in the sun for 6 hours. I've done that. I've fallen asleep on the beach with my hand on my chest and then walked around with a big white hand on my chest. Brains have to play a part in this. They really do. But this guy, well, I'll tell you more about him after this call. We have got a call right now. Is this Purple Pixie? Hello. Well, looks like we're not making a connection there. We are not making a connection there. Anyway, this guy slowly built up his resistance, okay? The same way he was working on his eyes 10 seconds at a time. Later on in the day, he started, 5 minutes here, 6 minutes the next day, 7 minutes the following day. And this guy has worked himself up into, he's not a golden god. He doesn't look like Tom Hanks in the Castaway movie or anything. Are you there this time? Nope. I don't know what our friend Purple Pixie's been trying to call in, and we don't seem to be making a connection there. Do I have you this time?
Hey.
There you are. He freaking got you.
I know.
The 6 times the charm.
I'm telling you what, I still, we're right here where we're talking, but I see you. I know there's a delay.
There's like a 40-second delay, so yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I hate it. So, what is the calling in about? Because I'm getting ready to just, put my fucking pipe in my mouth and smoke them. So, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, I've done the entire show on it so far. If you haven't been, watching, it's really going to be difficult to encapsulate an hour and a half worth of content in a 30-second phone call. But we've been talking about sun gazing and the way that early morning sunlight, when you expose yourself to early morning sunlight, it has extraordinary healing properties, both according to some people, physically and metaphysically. It can renew your spirit. It can renew your mind, body, and soul, depending on how deeply you get into it.
Right.
Sounds like you just took a hit, maybe.
Yes, I did. Sorry. Anyway, I was up at 2 o'clock this morning, and I had been up since 2 o'clock this morning. I went to bed at 7 the night before. But, so sorry. Give me a minute.
Sounds like that must be some good stuff.
I buy an 8 for both of us. I did it in. Donnie and I get a 4th, I guess that is that 2 8, right? A 4th?
I got to tell you, darling, I am having a devil of a time hearing you. Am I on speakerphone of some kind?
Okay. Hang on.
Okay, so that's 1,000 times better. Thank you.
Is it because the thing is I have my earphone in and my microphone with my earphone is like down below my desk. So you hear me better?
This is a million times better. I couldn't make out what you were saying before.
You didn't make out with me before, so that's all good.
Well, hey, I got people ringing off in the background here.
No, but listen. I got your clock, and I know where I'm going to place it. I just got to wait because I got to have Donnie, do the screw and everything to put it in the wall.
Sure.
I want to know exactly where to put it so that y'all can see it. Because if you look at my pod or my stream, whatever you want to call it, I don't give a fuck what you call it, but you can see my Duska back there.
Yes. Yeah, I like your background.
My Duska?
Yes, I like your background. You redid your studio, and it looks great, darling.
Well, thank you. And I really want a Duska head, but I know you don't have those anymore. But, oh, my God. I would love to have a Duska head. God damn.
Maybe at some point in the future I'll get more of them.
Oh, that'd be great, dude. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, they're hard to find.
Yeah, well, it is hard to find for everything. And real quick, what is this call about again? So I can give you my insight. I know I've been on here for too long, and I want to let you go. But,
we're talking about sun gazing and the healing properties of staring at the sun in the early morning hours.
Well,
it's really a fascinating topic, honey. I got people ringing my phone off the hook behind you.
Okay. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. And thank you so much.
Love you, kiddo.
For the clock.
Okay, you're very welcome. I'm sorry it took 6 months.
Hey, no big deal. But I hope that one day you tune in, and you see it where I have it placed. I haven't placed it yet, but Jesus Christ.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you next summer.
All right, I love you. Bye.
Love you too, kiddo. Bye. Our dear sister, Purple Pixie, right there. Purple Pixie. We got an incoming call from the 610 area code. 610, you are on the line. How's it going this evening?
I'm sorry. Good Lord, Captain. I never thought I would get through.
I'm glad that you did. Who am I speaking with? You are aboard the mystery ship.
You have no idea who you're talking to? That's crazy. I thought you wrote down phone numbers.
No, I don't have anything quite that sophisticated.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, we're talking about absorbing light.
Yes.
Like photosynthesis and everything. And we got all these organs that live, just beneath the surface of our skin.
Your skin is the largest organ you have.
Organism, yes, but it's still penetrable by absurdly many things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Least of known, solar waves, photons. Yeah, we don't even know if they're atoms yet. They're just waves or a function of it. And it's crazy that we don't even think that it's not possible.
Dude, I at this point in my life, I wish, I'm looking forward to the day that I can retire because, man, I am going to slowly but surely suntan. I am going to sun gaze. I'm going to do it all. I am going to do it all. I got about another 2, maybe 3 years left. And then I'm going to dive on into this thing, man, because grounding yourself is also hugely, all of the people who sun gazed or took in the sun's rays, every one of them swore that grounding is immensely important to the experience.
Yes, but do you know what grounding also equals? Participation.
Oh,
you have to participate in order to ground yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
I know.
It's supposed to be, according to the guys, it kind of completes the circuit, Light goes in here, the power goes through you and down out through your feet and then into the earth, and then from the earth it goes back to, it's like a cycle, or the way some of these people explained it was, some of it was a little trippy, but some of it was really, really interesting. I mean, I could have gotten lost in this topic today. Lost.
The funny thing about a circuit is the only way it works is cyclical.
Yeah.
It needs to eat its own end, so to speak.
Yeah. A positive and a negative.
That's the charge.
Man.
That's what makes it all possible.
So you have to do me a small favor now that I have a pen in my hand.
Good Lord, Cap.
Is this?
You know how many times I try to call into your show and I get nothing but a busy signal.
I'm working on that. I've got to switch. I got to switch out this phone. I hate this VTech phone. I've got one in my office that I need to just swap them out, and we won't have that.
You got to get rid of that call waiting beep.
I don't have call
annoying.
waiting. That's the problem. It's
but we hear the beep.
I know it's driving me out of my mind.
I don't know if they can get rid of it. I know you called in and said get rid of the beep.
I talked to VTech. I talked to Spectrum. Both of them swear up and down that I do not have call waiting enabled on this phone or in my system. But I talked to a friend who said just swap out your device. Get rid of that VTech phone. Just get an old-fashioned phone, and there won't be any beeping. So that's what I'm going to get.
You remember that stupid old-fashioned phone that you could see through and you see all the guts? And I was like,
oh yeah,
I could see all the guts, and it's still not that interesting.
I still got one of these, the old dial-up. Yeah,
That's crazy.
In fact, I might even hook that thing up. I just might. I'm audacious enough. I might hook that up, except to be really a pain if I had to call somebody.
Look, anyway, Captain, the least I could do is, sweep the leg of your show, especially on a Sunday night. I'm only here for the prayers. I love everybody, especially you. And keep on rocking, Captain.
I do appreciate your call, brother.
I'll call it a night.
All right.
Have a good one.
Talk to you soon. Be good.
Toodles.
I love those sailors. That deserves a ring of the bell. It really does. It really does. Oh, man. Yeah, that beeping is driving me out of my freaking gourd. Anyway, this one guy I was telling you about, the guy who has taken on this 100% natural regimen to improve his health. He's grown 3 inches. Grown 3 inches. Since he was 30, he has changed a bunch of stuff in his life, and the guy has grown 3 inches in height from 5'8" to 5'11". Insane. The guy is, he swears by saunas, that you can sweat out a lot of impurities out of your system by using them. It's a really, really interesting. God, I hope I can get this guy on my show. I really, really do. The 970 area code. You are aboard the mystery ship. Who do I have on the line?
Well, it's just Jim. Is this Mr. Zopo, dude?
Jimbo, how are you doing?
My goodness, I'll tell you what. We were talking about the sun gazing thing.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. I used to wake up to the crack of dawn. Well, it turned out she was a libtard and really mean, and so we had to break up. But by God, do I miss her.
I thought there was a dirty joke coming. The old Tom Waits. I woke up.
Well, I did wake up to the crack of.
I woke up so goddamn horny. The crack of dawn ought to be afraid of me. Yeah.
I used to do a little dawn gazing.
Did you ever do any sun gazing?
Not the way that you're explaining it.
Right.
No.
I used to be like a religious fisherman. When I first moved to Oregon from Hollywood, take a boy who loves the outdoors and get him out of the concrete jungle and put him in Mother Nature where he belongs, dude. I used to fish.
Yeah.
I used to fish before work, and then I would fish again after work. Get home just in time for dinner, but I would get up at 4 a.m. just so I could get an hour of fishing in before. And many was the time that I watched the sunrise every day. And had I only known the benefits of, looking at the sun first thing in the morning, Lord knows I was out there amongst it. This is something that really not only fascinates me. I want to talk to somebody who has accomplished this and reaped the benefits of it, because everything that I haven't found a source that says it's bad for you. The only thing you will find, if you do any kind of Googling, one of the things that the AI is first to say, not enough research has been done to disprove the benefits of sun gazing. They like anything else, they want to talk you out of it before you even get a chance to do it. So, it's crazy.
I wonder why. They want to talk you out of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Exactly. It must be good for you if they're the research isn't in yet. We don't know. That tells me it's worth a shot.
So do you know Crow 777?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The guy who filmed the lunar wave. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he knows some people that know about sun gazing.
Really?
He might. Yeah. You might look into him for some.
I'll make a point of it. I have communicated with him. God, it's been years, but yeah, dude. When he first did that lunar wave, dude, that blew my freaking mind.
And the transparent moon. The transparent moon.
Yeah, with stars through the.
You see Mars behind it.
Yeah, dude, believe me, that was one of the earliest parts of my awakening. I was looking under every rock and every stone, and when I saw that you could see stars through the moon, yeah, that kind of set my whole world upside down for a long time.
That's something else compared to what they tell us.
Yeah. So, who the hell knows?
There's the light for the night,
Dude, that's going to be one of my big questions for either God or Enoch, whoever I run into first. I appreciate the call, Jim.
Yeah, it's good talking to you.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for the call.
Yep. Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Bye.
Wow. All right. I heard. Okay, here we go. There we go. Right there. From the 602 area code. Welcome aboard the mystery ship. Who do I have on the line?
What's happening, dude? This is Detroit Steve.
Detroit Steve, how's it going, brother?
Going okay. I'm a first-time caller. I've been listening to you for about a year, though. Caught you on Frank's show.
Oh, really? Really cool. Awesome.
Well, anyway, about this sun gazing stuff, I had heard that there was benefits to it. So this summer, I've been doing it. I stand on the grass barefoot and just stare at the sun just for a few seconds at a time. Now, I just noticed an improvement in my attitude.
That is absolutely one of the main things that the hardcore people say they feel immediately is a calmness and a serenity that they just never had before. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And also, when I've looked at the sun, it almost looks like there's water waves going through the sun.
I got to tell you, I'm interested in trying it. The next week or so, I'm going to have the opportunity to be outside when the dawn breaks. My issue is I'm not working anywhere where there's dirt, and it's 24 degrees outside, so taking my shoes off just doesn't sound that appealing. Getting my toes in the frozen tundra doesn't sound that appealing right now. But I want to at least try to reap the benefits of staring into the light and seeing if it can do something. You're only when you start out, it's supposed to be the first hour that for the first hour that the sun comes up, it's supposed to be safe, and you want to go 10-second increments. So day 1, you do 10 seconds. Day 2, you do 20 seconds. Day 3, 30 seconds, working your way up each day, adding 10 seconds to the point where you get to 44 minutes of solid sun gazing. Then you work your way back down to 0 again, subtracting 10 seconds a day. And dude, the guys who have done this hardcore, one guy said it completely fixed his eyesight. He said he was the most nearsighted guy. He couldn't see without cheaters and all that. He goes, my eyes are freaking perfect now. And so, I mean, what can it hurt? What can it possibly hurt? We got this neurosurgeon screaming that it gives you it's as healthy gets. Man, I want to give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. I did this summer, but yeah, it's kind of cool here in Detroit now to do it.
That's cool. Did you? And you say you did feel some benefits from it?
Oh yeah, I felt like a change in attitude. And I've calmed down quite a bit. Not that it was really crazy strung out or anything, but it seems real soothing. As a kid, my dad always said, "Don't look into the sun; you'll ruin your eyes."
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's well known that you sure don't want to do this at noon, right? But they say that the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day are the best times to do this. Sunrise or sunset. So.
Well, sounds cool, man. I'm going to keep doing it.
All right.
Well, I'm probably not going to do it until weather warms up again here in Detroit. But
yeah. All right. Well, dude, it's good to talk to you, man. I hope you stay warm up there. And dude, I'm glad you're a first-time caller. Don't be afraid to call back again.
All right, man.
Great to have you, brother. Great to have you aboard. Thanks for the call.
Bye-bye.
Detroit Steve right there. I like it. Saw me on Quite Frankly. Been watching for a while. That's awesome. Glad to know it. Glad to have people like that aboard. Well, man. All right. Oh, good. We got one more. We've got one more. Oh, it's Girl Patriot. Girl Patriot, how you doing down your way?
You stay warm. Hello.
You've got
Am I
that.
on the air now?
Yes, you are live on the air. As Tex and I were saying, you live down there in the perfect place. You are in the right place for sun gazing, or working on your tan down there.
That's right. Well, I'm inviting y'all to come down.
Pool party at Girl Patriot.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, the sun must be great for us because the deep state is doing everything in their power to destroy the skies with their chemtrails.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
So we know it has to be good for us. And, I've been trying to get out in the sun and, for the vitamin D.
Yeah.
And my son has got me, walking around outside grounding with the electricity from the earth.
Right.
But I haven't done much sun gazing, but I'll start.
Incrementally now. It's really important. Incrementally.
Oh, yeah. I really appreciate you doing this show.
I wish I should have put a couple links together and shared them. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe I can still do that. But I want to show people how to change the red light filter on their phone before I end the show. So that is a huge thing. That is a huge thing. So.
Okay, that's good. Well, listen, I just wanted to tell you that what I do is the red light therapy.
Okay, so that is one of the biggest. That guy, Dr. Jack Cruz, he is he is a huge proponent of that. Tell me, are you reaping the benefits? Are you seeing some difference? Because it's supposed to be amazing.
It is amazing. The health spa that I go to, they have a red light therapy. If you pay the extra, you can get into it. But what it does, it increases the ATP, which I can't say that official, how you pronounce the official name for the cells, but it's really, it turns the light into energy for your cells. And it's really good for your skin, hair growth, wrinkling. It improves, the blood circulation. It jumpstarts your mitochondria, stimulates collagen in your skin. And I'm telling you, I do like 15 minutes. Well, anyway, it's from 13 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week, or you can do it more.
So is it like similar to like a tanning bed, except it's just red light?
No, well, it's not a bed. The place I go, you just stand in this cylinder. And
really?
You have to have like the sun protection on your eyes.
Okay.
And you just stand there, and it hits you from all directions, from the ceiling all around you.
Wow.
And so, I know I totally trip down.
No, that is
like that, would you, everybody?
No, that is. I mean, exactly what you just mentioned. Okay, I don't know if you remember back 5 days ago when I played that 20-minute video from Dr. Jack Kruse, but that was one of the things that he was. I mean, of course, he's talking to a convention of doctors, so he used a lot of doctor speak that was kind of over my head. But the way, I watched it like 5 times just to soak it in. And the way he explained it is that the light, you absorb it, and it becomes energy. It is energy. It becomes energy. It turns your body on. Yeah, it is like the best freaking thing you can do for yourself. And the thing that he's huge on is eliminating blue light from your existence. Which is
I also got my big glasses that I got at Barnes and Noble for the blue light, because my eyes, doing all this mod work and stuff, my eyes are like getting bloodshot. But the red light, honestly, it has everybody's like, oh my God, what are you doing with your skin? And it's the red light therapy.
Wow, that's great.
So
good for you, kiddo. Outstanding. Well,
I'll tell you that, and I'll let you get back to your show.
Very, very good. I do appreciate your call. Always great to talk to you. And my dear, thank you for all the modding that you do, particularly for me and the Texan and the others. We love you to pieces. Thanks so much.
I enjoy it, and I enjoy everybody in the chat. So thank
right.
you.
Great to talk to you, kiddo. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, there in the living flesh is Girl Patriot, who says that she has been experiencing red light therapy, and that is something that Jack Kruse is a huge proponent of, getting red light therapy and removing blue light from around you. One of the people that I researched today, this guy is adamant about sleep. He said sleep is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. He said you cannot have any blue light for at least 2 hours, 2 freaking hours before you lay down. So he said, do not pick up your laptop. Do not grab your cell phone when you're laying in bed. He said, grab a book. For God's sakes, read. Read. That's what you should do for yourself. But he's also big on grounding. There's a different person that actually drove a ground rod in the ground and ran a copper wire and has a big flat metal copper plate that he puts in his bed, and he sleeps on it to make contact to ground himself while he sleeps. But this other guy I was just telling you about, he is very big, very, very big on 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. He said you should be sleeping so deeply that you don't even wake up to take a leak in the middle of the night. He goes, you should be sleeping soundly, and he swears that if you do the sunlight therapy and use a sauna and eat healthy and drink fresh water, he said, not water that has been in plastic bottles. No water from plastic bottles. I have to admit, this guy's he has posted his results, and it is amazing what this guy has done for himself. So I know at my age and with my profession, yeah, I just can't devote that kind of time to this, but I wish that I could. I wish that I could. All right, I want to show you guys how to change the settings on your phone, because if you absolutely must look at your phone at night, then for God's sakes, eliminate the blue light, okay? Eliminate the blue light. Now, I have two phones here. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, this is an Android. So first of all, let me dim it so you can see it. Okay. All right, I have dimmed my phone now so you can see it. All right. Now, up here in the corner is the little gear that is your settings. You touch on the settings. That takes you to the settings. From there, you want to scroll down to display. Display. Right there. Display. Oh, let me get rid of that stupid phone number. Let me get rid of the stupid phone number. What are you doing, Zoe? What are you freaking doing? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure I want to get rid of that. Okay, you go to display. From your settings, you go to display. Click on display. All right, now if you look at your phone and you scroll down, there's all kinds of things like adaptive brightness and eye comfort shield. Keep scrolling down to the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom. And it's going to say in blue, looking for something else, and that's where you find it. Looking for something else. It says vision enhancements, the third one down. Click on that, vision enhancements. All right, now you got it groovy. You should be seeing some letters on your screen like this, and you're going to want to find color filter. Color filter. Right there. Color filter. You can see that mine is currently off. I'm going to touch on that. Color filter. All right. See that little slide bar? Currently, I am set for blue. You see that? The phone is set for blue. Well, we're going to move down, and we're going to set it for red. Red down there. Touch on that. So I have changed it from blue to red. All right. Now, here's the next other important thing. Up at the top, you got a little toggle button right here. It's currently on off. You want to turn that on. So we turn that on. There we go. So this phone isn't as fancy as my other phone. My other phone, here we go. Color filter. Okay, here's the next important phase right there. See where it says opacity? That's the little slide bar. So we want to slide it more towards, yes, see how I went too far and now it's super red? You got to come back just a little bit. I'm at about 60% right now, but you can clearly see, even over my camera, you can see the red tint. If I max it out, the phone looks freaking like a tomato. You see that? That would drive me crazy. So I'm going to back it off a little bit. I'm at about 50%, 45%, and it's not undoable. I mean, it's not brutal. And then, so here is the next important thing. At the top, you have the toggle switch that you turned on, right? That's what enables the color filter. Right below that is another toggle switch. It says color filter shortcut. You want to toggle that on too. Toggle that on, and I'll tell you why. Let me show you on my other phone. When you turn on that, it gives you an option. There's two ways you can do it. Now, I chose the one where I have an on icon right in the corner of my phone. So I can turn on my red light filter just by touching my phone anytime I want. Red, blue, red, blue. It's in the reddish hue right now. Touch that, it immediately goes back to blue, because during the day, especially when you're out in the sunlight, you're going to want a blue light filter. If you're trying to read it's already hard enough to see your phone if you're out in the middle of a parking lot with no trees, right? The red light would make it impossible. So that second toggle switch right there, by turning that on, it gives you the option, and you have two options. You can set it so that you hit the slide bars on your phone, and that will change your phone from red to blue by using the toggles, your volume toggles. Or if you want, you can do it the way I did it, which is this phone's different than my other phone. This is giving me the option to press and hold my volume up for 3 seconds, and then it will change. Okay, so, no. Here's this one actually has three options. My other phone, this is the one I chose. Tap accessibility option. Tap accessibility option. I want to put the dot right there. Tap accessibility option. That's what puts the little figurine down in the bottom corner of your screen. And there it is. I now have it on this phone. Let me tap on that, and it's going to go back. Yep. So there's my blue light phone, and by just touching that little thing in the corner, there's my red light phone. Blue light, red light. If you must use your damn phone in bed at night, by all means, get rid of the blue light. Get rid of that blue light. That is your health tip from your brother Zoe for today. I'm going to get out of here. It's time for me to motor. It's time for me to boogie. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I want to thank the wonderful people who donated to the show this evening. Let me call out some names. Holy smokes! Spazzo Yeti had himself his own personal can war. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Every now and then I got to do this. Look at this guy. Spazzo Yeti. He had his own personal can war. That's how many cans he dropped. Pages of cans. Spazzo, I freaking love you, buddy. Thank you so much for your support. You're an extraordinary guy. Just extraordinary. The Batcave, thank you. Matrix Codebreaker, thank you. Girl Patriot, Due Diligence, Our 4 Cents. Thank you guys for your support of this program. I am now going to bust loose the Scratchin'. The Scratchin' is coming your way. It is hereby released. Meanwhile, over here in good old Lemon Land, we've had wonderful people donate here tonight. Cosmic Grandpa, Coffee Talk, get out of Dodge. Really? That is awesome. Coffee Talk with Sandra, Lynn Winters, Jayla17, Bad Zoot, Willie Fixit, Dandy 002. Thank you guys for your support of this program. I do appreciate it very much. I'm going to put a little something in that treasure chest. I can't go in a negative fashion, so I'm going to just go something like this, which pretty much evens me out for the night, but that's okay. That's okay. I got to give something away. I got to give something away. It's not always about winning, you know. It's not always about winning. Okay, there we go. Distribute those rewards. The treasure chest is coming your way. The treasure chest is coming your way right now. All right, I see them winning. I see them winning gold pills over there, so that's a great thing. Before I go, I want to ask us to pray for a couple of people, please. As you know, Gary Flessner, the man really, really needs our prayers. He is trapped in a healthcare facility that is not doing him justice, and it's really, he needs the prayers, folks. Please, please keep Gary in your prayers. Leah Worth and her mother, the two of them, really, truly need your prayers. Leah Worth's mother has had a couple of operations, and Leah is taking care of her, and Leah has many challenges of her own. So please keep the both of them in your prayers. I'd like to ask you to please pray for Batman's mom and Val Kimber's mom. The moms are ever so important. I just talked to my mom. Her birthday was on Tuesday, 89 years old. Man, yeah, where would we be without our moms? Please keep them in your prayers. There is a woman I know. Her name is Denise, and she lost her husband today. Her husband of 26, 27 years. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I would just ask that you pray for Denise. Send her peace. Her husband, Glenn, has gone home to be with the Lord, and she's devastated right now. So I would ask that you please send healing prayers, prayers of just peace to Denise. I appreciate everything that you sailors do out there. Well, look here. Cosmic Grandpa on top of the heap. Now, that has been a long time coming. I haven't seen Cosmic on top of the treasure chest in a long, long time. That is great. Cosmic Grandpa, Syllabore, Jayla17, TL Spud, and Sleeping Stars. Congrats, you guys. Congrats. That is freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. All right. I'm going to open one of the older ones. There we go. Kill the volume. Kill the volume. And go here. Come on now. Why is it freezing up on me? Why is it freezing up on me? Does anybody know? All right, let me go get the song prepped first, and maybe that'll help. I'm going to have to say goodnight to the wonderful people over at YouTube, because if I play this song, I'm going to get in trouble over there. All right? That's just the way it works. I don't know why, but it's just the way it works. What's happening here? All right, there's more than one way to skin a cat. We'll try it again. We'll just try it again. Let me take one quick peek around the horn. Oh, man, my computer's locked up. That's the problem. That is the problem. My computer's locked up. What the hell? My mic's frozen. My device is frozen. Wow, that is fucking weird. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but my computer is absolutely locked up on this end. The only thing that is moving is my cursor. I can't change pages. I I can't even turn off my stream. This is really, really strange. Really strange. I'm going to say my goodnights now, people. Good night to all. Probably going to take me a few minutes to figure out how to turn this thing off, so I'm sorry. There's not going to be a... I can't do a raid, and I can't even play my exit song. So, folks, good night from your brother Zoe. I will see you on the flip side. Have a great week ahead, everybody. Love you lots. Be good, my friends. Talk to you soon. Good night from Medford, Oregon.